Today is August 4th. I am doing a message every day in August, along with my wife, with a video every day in August. And I'll be doing some about my book, some about other aspects of relationships, and keeping it moving. So I've already talked about given a brief overview of my book on previous days. So now, kind of just jumping into it, we're gonna make it happen. And the first day of the book, the title of the book is 16 Days to Marriage. There's 16 days worth of principles, areas of focus concerning relationships, preparation for marriage. It's very much the thrust of the book is to put ourselves in the best position to move forward in a relationship. So the first day is titled Frustrated, the Problems We Face While Single and Dating, and it needs no explanation. Dating is difficult, no matter what city you're in. We're in Atlanta, West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, it doesn't matter. Things are frustrating. A lot of ladies frustrated about dating and about, where's a good man at. Surprisingly, a lot of ladies don't realize this, but a lot of fellas are frustrated too. It's easy to say there are good women out there, but in practice, folks have a different idea of what good means, and it's not as easy. It's very easy to kind of just hook up, get with someone just for a little bit, have a fling, have a little fun, blah, blah, blah. But to find someone that is a life partner, someone you can spend life with, grow your family with, kids, the whole nine, live life together, not as easy. And sometimes it's downright frustrating. And so I started with that day because I feel like one of the things I'm really about when it comes to problems in life, not just dating, finances, education, whatever, be blunt and be realistic about what the problems are, and try not to sugarcoat it, try not to downplay it or dismiss it or sweep it under the rug. Let's just put it out there. We're dealing with A, B, C, X, Y, and Z, and let's move on. And so when it comes to the frustrations of dating, it can be, where to find people at. Are they compatible? Folks being sexually frustrated, especially 20s, 30s, 40s. It's not like, especially for those of us who are Christians and striving to live our lives the right way, a way that pleases God. It's not like sex drive just turns off. So now you're trying to deal with trying not to have sex, trying not to get caught up with stuff, but then it's not always that easy, and then folks get caught up, and for a lot of people, it's frustrating because either A, not having sex, so you're trying to deal with that and do things the right way, or folks are actually in sexual relationships, and as Christians we know it's not right, so if you're guilty about it, it can be frustrating. The other part of it too is that situation where it's kind of like start and stop, where it's like folks might get with someone, have a little fling, but then they're not having sex again, and then going back and forth and all this stuff, and it's frustrating. And I think God knew what he was doing when he reserved sex for marriage. It's not about being judgmental or anything or trying to make anyone feel bad, but just because, truth be told, we're all in the same spot. We're all dealing with the same struggles and all that stuff. So it's not going to make anybody feel bad, but God knew what he was doing. Having sex for marriage, you don't have to start and stop. You don't have to worry about, did I catch something from somebody, or what if they got pregnant, or blah, blah, blah. You have a relationship, at least in that the sexual part, where it's the way it's supposed to be. So a lot of frustrations, and a lot of folks just don't have any hope anymore. A lot of folks just kind of give up. And my book, one of the main areas of focus on it is to keep the faith, keep hope burning concerning relationships. And again, not just trying to date, but to find someone that's right for you. I believe it's possible. I believe there's some things that we need to do that are kind of a course correction. And so part of that course correction is, again, let's list all the things that are going on, all the problems, all the frustrations, put them all out there, talk about them. Sometimes it can be frustrating even to talk about it, or it can hurt even just to talk about it. But in doing that, then all of a sudden you start looking back, okay, wait, maybe it's 10 or 15 things. It's not a million things. So this is doable. And there are good people out there that have been in relationships and married. So it's possible. But I think the main thing is to be blunt about those things and be real. One of the things I write in my book is I talk about the difference between how we sometimes deal with relationships and how firemen and surgeons deal with their issues. So if you have a surgeon and someone comes in the ER, they're bleeding, they're dealing with stuff, they're not throwing their hands up all scared and frustrated and sad and, oh, let me stop. No, they assess what's going on, they get to work. Same thing with a fireman. they see a blaze or a fire or something going on, they don't stop or sigh or get overly frustrated. They obviously have a huge problem in front of them, but they assess the situation, do what they need to do, and press forward. And so that's kind of the also one of the main veins of this book, is to really look at what the problems are, to kind of take a step back, really address them and assess what's going on, what the problems are, what the frustrations are, and then let's start breaking this thing down, because there's the possibility to move forward, to have the fullest of what God has for us, and move with it. So again, my name is Richard Willis, author of the book 16 Days to Marriage. There is much more information in my book. I'll be going through actually some of the point-by-point principles as I move forward along during the month. But for right now, keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and go from there. Take care.